A warm welcome to AD4 TV Radio News Updates, coming to you live from Abuja, Nigeria's capital territory. I am Gracious Ogun. Nigeria's President Muhammadu Buhari at the virtual China-Africa Summit on Wednesday urged the international community to support collaborations and research to fight the COVID-19 pandemic. He noted that China had demonstrated a spirit of solidarity by supporting Nigeria's effort in combating COVID-19 and enhancing the bond of partnership that already exists among the member states of the Forum on China Cooperation. President Xi Jinping pledged to set up support for Africa by donating $2 billion over 2 years to support the work of the World Health Organization and the fight against the COVID-19 pandemic. Evariste Ndayishimiye has been sworn in as Burundi's president 2 months earlier than planned, after his predecessor, Pierre Nkurunziza, died suddenly last week. Nigeria's President Muhammadu Buhari has congratulated him on taking office and felicitates for the government and people of Burundi on the historic peaceful transition to a democratically elected government. He looks forward to working with the new Burundi leader and his government to strengthen the warm relationship between the two countries. The United Nations General Assembly on Wednesday elected Nigeria, along with 17 other countries, into the Economic and Social Council of the UN. The new Economic and Social Council members will serve for 3 years with effect from 1st January 2021. This will be the Nigeria's 3rd term in serving in the important council since 2012. China has pledged to supply COVID-19 vaccines to Africa free of charge. The country is leading the race to develop a COVID-19 vaccine, and its scientists are largely pinning their hopes on a technology that has been used for decades. According to the World Health Organization, 5 out of 10 potential vaccines undergoing clinical trials have been developed by Chinese scientists, while a 6th is the result of a partnership between a Chinese company and a German biotech firm. The Center for Global Policy in the United States has called on European governments to urgently intervene on behalf of European Union member state citizens who are held in ISIS detention camps in Syria. A report titled "The Children of ISIS Detainees: Europe's Dilemma," based on research that focused on 2 camps in northeast Syria, Al-Awal and Al-Raj, where some 70,000 women and children are being detained, showed that at least 12,000 of the detainees are European nationals. The organization said urgent intervention and support in the form of investment in diplomatic and financial resources, the development of rehabilitation services, and provision of non-extremist religious education, as well as creation of a pan-European legislative body to determine the fate of these children, are urgently needed. Atlanta police officer Garrett Rolfe has been arrested and charged with murder and assault. He faces life without parole or the death penalty for killing African-American man Richard Brooks in the U.S. city. The charges were announced at the press conference held by Fulton County District Attorney Paul Howard. Brooks' fatal encounter with the police came after an employee of the restaurant in Atlanta phoned authorities to say someone had fallen asleep in his car in the restaurant's drive-thru lane last Saturday. A tussle ensued between Brooks and Officer Rolfe, who responded to the 911 call. We'll take a break now. When we return, Delta State frees 77 inmates awaiting trial. Stay with us. Details coming shortly.
As the world faces the challenge of the coronavirus pandemic and governments around the world are racing against time, AD4 TV Radio thanks you all for doing your part to stop the spread of the disease. Be safe at home and practice hygiene. Protect yourself and others. Do not panic. Do not self-medicate. Listen to all preventive advice and stay at home, as well as maintain social distancing.
Say no to fake news. Get authentic updates from the Presidential Task Force on COVID-19, the Federal Ministry of Health, the NCDC, and of course, AD4 TV Radio, your reliable and credible channel. Please stay safe to save others.
You're welcome back. You're watching AD4 TV Radio News Updates. The Chief Judge of Delta State, Marshal Umukoro, has granted 77 inmates awaiting trial at the Sapele Medium Security Custodial Center their freedom. Umukoro had earlier released 9 inmates and granted 1 bail at the Sapele Remand Home and Detention Center. He condemned the refusal of complainants to testify in court after reporting their cases to police and encouraged witnesses to give evidence in court, saying this will send a signal to other criminals that there is no gain in crime. Omokoro further added the funds have been pledged as part of the state judiciary budget to compensate witnesses who incurred expenses. The Nigerian Minister of Environment, Dr. Muhammad Abubakar, on Wednesday said Nigeria has developed institutional and legislative policies to enhance effective and far-reaching actions to reduce the impact of drought and desertification in Nigeria. Abubakar, who spoke in commemoration of the World Desertification Day, said some of the policies and actions include the National Policy on Drought and Desertification, National Drought Plan, and implementation of a number of programs and projects to combat drought, desertification, and land degradation.
The Nigerian government is currently considering going into partnership with the United Nations Convention to combat desertification on management of the risk of sun and dust storms. These are atmospheric events associated with drought that occur mostly in arid and semi-arid areas. The government is concerned about the disruption of ecological system caused by poor land use, population pressure, and devastating activities of insurgents in the northeast part of the country.
That's it on AD4 TV Radio News Updates, coming to you live from Abuja, Nigeria's capital. You can join the conversation on our website at www.ad4tvradio.com. Please follow us on our social media platforms at AD4TV Radio on Facebook, Twitter, LinkedIn, and Instagram. Please subscribe to our YouTube channel at AD4TV Radio. Many thanks for watching. I am Gracious Ogon.